Welcome to the Snippets podcast, where we have normal chats with interesting people. And today we've got Jim Charlesworth, or Jim the Bike Guy, as most of you will probably know him. So, Jim, I know you as a bike mechanic based out of Hungerford. How did you get into that sort of game then?
It's quite a nice thing, really. I mean, they always say that you should kind of do what you love for work. I think that's what I mean. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And it grew out of me really getting into bikes and road cycling. And I think you should be passionate about your topic. And I got really geeky about it, like super geeky. I'm a bit like that anyway. When I get into something, I'm basically all in. So I decided to learn an awful lot in a really short space of time about bikes because it became my new passion. And I sort of took it from there and I thought there's probably a nice little business here to do for me. Did a bit of time in a bike shop, got on the tools, gathered experience, fixed my own bikes as well, and then just took the plunge. So I started out of a bedroom at home and I've been going for, I guess, 7 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think 7 years I've been going. And in that, I've built up a lovely client base of really, really nice, loyal customers who've got lovely bikes that I love to see, chat with. And there's not much I can't tackle now. It's a brilliant thing to do.
The market's changed a bit, isn't it? Well, you probably, in that 7 years, you've gone from rim brake, disc brake, gravel bikes now. We had a long conversation once about a gravel bike in COVID, I think, when I was looking at buying a bike. So you got it's just a bit of an evolving thing, isn't it?
Market.
With technology as well, internal routing, integrated stuff.
So when you're getting into all of that real geeky stuff, which I love, the trick is, underneath it all, the conversation I have with people over and over again is, who are you? What type of riding do you do? Do you really want a road race bike? Or do you just want to go and have fun on a bike?
Yeah.
Because all that stuff, like you're talking about, bikes these days are incredibly sleek and sexy. Yeah. They've got beepy boopy gears, they've got button push gears with Bluetooth and this and that and the other. But what I always try and steer people back to is, you should still enjoy your bike and you should still have fun with it. A lot of the conversations I have with people now, because a large part of my job isn't just, okay, give me your bike, I'll put some new pads on it, I'll replace the chain, take the bars and hand it back to you and here's your invoice. What I quite like about my business is I have a really good relationship with people. Quite often people are coming to the workshop and I'll get the kettle on and we'll have a chat and we'll talk about what are you riding? Is it the right thing? How are you getting on these days? Can we make your life easier? Do those shoes even fit you? Is your saddle too high?
Yeah.
How's your bike? Where have you been on holiday with it? I quite like that relationship. And it's interesting actually these days how the conversation for most people, it seems to end with, like, you can see why bike shops are selling so many. The conversation always ends with a gravel bike.
Yeah. Do you think now, just the world we live in, which is quite intense, isn't it? Most of the time.
It really is,
regardless of what you do or how you do it. Do you kind of feel like people are looking then for maybe enjoyment in really over performance, or are they just, are they looking for that escapism?
For the most part they are, but what's interesting is, and I should be getting commission really from the bike industry because the amount of through selling I do on behalf of other people. I am not a bike shop. I don't sell bikes. What I do is I look after people with bikes and I look after their bikes, but they almost need steering towards it. So I'll give you an example of a conversation I had with a customer of mine the other day, because he tasked me with moving on 2 of his bikes, one of which was a road race bike, one of which was his old mountain bike.
Yeah.
And he loves them both. Yeah. But he told me the mountain bike's a bit too slow and too heavy, but I do like riding around the towpaths. Yeah. And he also said, my road bike's a bit serious. It's quite stiff and it's quite racy. He's like, I just want one bike that's going to be a laugh and it does most things. And I'm 53, so I don't have the legs anyway. I was like, it's a gravel bike,
But even those are getting a lot more sort of aero and that kind of thing. The shapes are all going that way, aren't they? But that's marketing really, isn't it?
A bit.
Or do you think
a bit?
Does it change the ride handling or the compliance or the speed if it is an aero sort of, like with the drop stays and all that sort of stuff? Or
I think it does. I think it's tipping in that direction. About 6 or 7 years ago, gravel biking was like adventure bikes, like big chunky steel frames that you could put loads of bike packing rig on. And I think that probably people thought that was the direction it was going to go in. Actually, that's not really... I don't see that much of that stuff anymore. The gravel bikes have diverged in this direction and in the direction that you were just talking about, which is actually what they are really now. Most of them is road bikes, but they just clear a massive tyre and can handle some light gravel. That's the one that people seem to want. Gravel bikes now are still as racy as your road bike, but with slightly easier gearing, and they clear a big tyre. For most people, that's enough road bike.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Because for most people, when they say, I want to do a bit of off-road, what they really mean is the towpath is enough, thank you.
Yeah.
That's enough for most people. Do you know what I mean?
That's
perfectly acceptable. Greenham Common or, some kind of light gravel.
Oh, yeah. The route from Greenham down the towpath, round the common, back
is enough. And that's what most people think when they go, I'll do some off-road.
Yeah.
They kind of mean that about that much, which is fine. That's not the criticism, but that's enough for most people.
Yeah. Do you still get, in terms of like the gravel bike, the rise of the gravel bike, do you still get a lot of people coming in with like real flashy
pure road
bike, pure roadies and stuff now?
Yeah, you do. It's an interesting one, this, because my customer base, like I'm very lucky. I love my little business. It's great. I get to meet the best people.
Yeah.
But you do get some real big surprises. So like so I had a lady come in for service about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Stella from some village out near the back of Wantage in the countryside, and phoned me up. And she told me over the phone, she said, I'm retired now, but I just want my little bike servicing. I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll get you booked in. And she showed up on the day and walked in with a road race bike, full carbon, Di2, power meter cranks, aero wheels, TT bars, the lot. And you kind of go, that's interesting. So I suppose the point is, it's not always the people that you think. People are into cycling because they love it, and because they love bikes.
Well, that's what it all comes back to. Everyone's the same, aren't they? We'd ride our bikes because we love them.
Yeah, I think that's what's underneath it all. And you talked about that at the start of the conversation, didn't you? So, most people still do it for fun. I just think it's hilarious when the person that's doing it for fun is your mum and shows up with a TT bike and she does that one. She's like holding 300 watts on a weekend. It's brilliant. I love it.
Never judge a book by its cover, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, completely. It's brilliant, that is.
I mean, like you said, though, the development in tech and stuff, it's a bit like electric cars, I suppose. You're not being a bike mechanic as much as being a mechanic or an engineer or anything now. Like I say, it has changed, but do you still get the same joy from, kind of programming Di2 electronic gears or, SRAM axis as you do to putting a new cable in like a mechanical?
This is a brilliant question, actually, because this is increased. So, yes, I do, because I love fixing bikes.
Yeah.
Experience is everything.
Yeah.
And some of these new bikes now, you have to manage people's expectations heavily because, like, for example, if someone phones me up and says, I want to book in a new shape Dogma F13 with you and it's got Di2 on it, I'm like, okay, you need to accept that this is going to cost you a lot of money. And that sort of a job requires you to really know your stuff when you're kind of getting into this thing is full of...
Well, it's a premium...
It is, but also the architecture of it is brutal. You know what I mean? To service something like that largely requires you to basically dismantle it and put it back together.
Wow.
But then I go, okay, fine. It's rather like with you. If someone said, look, I don't know the term right, but if someone said, I want the full works, I'm coming in, I want colours, cut, wash, this, foils, I don't know. But you see what I mean? You'd be like, okay, I'm going to put the morning aside for that one, and that's a biggie.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would be the same. So your information gathering over the phone at point of booking is really important, which is why I now interrogate people pretty hard. If they phone up and they go, it's 14 grand's worth of tarmac with this stuff on it, I'm like, okay, clear the decks for that day. The flip side is I also love it when somebody brings me in just a good old-fashioned steel-framed road bike with rim brakes and cables on the outside, because I'm like, oh, lovely. Those things are also lovely to do just because it's like, it's a chance to just do up some bolts and just cut some cables. Yeah. And the reality is as well, a bike like that you're talking about, where it's mechanically very old school, it saves you a lot of money.
When I did the Ironman a few years ago now in Cork, I had a Canyon Speedmax, which was looked after by you, and another competitor racer had a Canyon Speedmax, but like the big dog version.
Yeah, with all the gear.
His electronic route set didn't work on the morning. And
then screwed now.
I remember vividly the mechanic coming over and going, "Oh, is it Di2?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, oh, "Shame it's not a cable, mate. I could just whacked cable in."
Because I could have chucked
it. We had a drawer full of cables or whatever. And I was like standing there going, oh, God, thank God. I've got, because I thought to myself on the ride as well, like if something kind of goes wrong here, the chances of something going wrong are pretty slim now because, like my bike's been mechanically looked after. It's been serviced.
Yeah.
And so it should just work.
It should do.
Whereas there's nothing on the day like my battery could run out. And although it brings this kind of element of like, oh, it's cool because it's moving forward. And I've got a bike with Di2 on it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's very efficient.
Yeah.
But that still, it does fill me with a bit of, like on Sunday morning, went out for a ride, pressed the little button and it was flashing green, which means, we've got 50% left or something.
Yeah.
And the whole ride, I kind of thought, well, I hope this doesn't like run out before I get home. So for someone like me who's enjoys cycling, but I must admit, it's great to have people like you around because I'm not a confident mechanic.
No.
I just feel like I'm going to break everything at the time.
Well, you're kind of talking about, this is an interesting point you raised.
Yeah.
Again, you're talking about need versus want.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? So you don't need all of the gear on the bike. So you can buy a bike from like, you can buy a perfectly serviceable road or gravel bike or whatever. Right now bikes are super cheap in the market anyway, but 900 quid, £1,000, whatever will buy you what you need to do what you want to do, and it'll be mechanically simple, and and you'll have great fun riding it.
Yeah.
To then get a bike which is maybe 5% faster, it ramps up incrementally. So you can go through £3,000-4,000 will get you kind of a bit of carbon, and then all the way up to, I don't know, sky's the limit. You could go to a really, really, really high end bike shop somewhere, and you could easily blow 14 or 15 grand on a custom thing.
Absolutely.
This bike up here will be about 4% quicker than this one down here. The bills associated with it will be higher because of what we talked about earlier. The way it's built, it's electronic, it's got batteries hidden in the frame, it's integrated in such a way that it requires you to tear it to pieces when you service it.
Yeah.
But choice is everything. Those bikes exist for the people that have got the money and want to buy them.
Yeah.
And these bikes down here exist.
Yeah.
You just need to remember it's the want versus need, because like you say, ultimately a 10-speed road bike with some cables and a chain will still go just as quick down the road. It's the rider, not the bike.
I know.
But what I don't want to sit here and say is therefore be a Luddite and everyone should just buy cheap bikes, because you do you. And if you've...
But I mean, there's a bit of a skewed market out there, because a lot of entry-level bikes are a 105 electronic group set. Yeah. Like to find a mechanical, decent entry-level bike now.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it, to find a fully mechanical...
It is.
Ring brake bikes...
They don't exist.
It's a bougie brand.
Yeah.
And cabled gearing. It's becoming a bit of a thing of the past, isn't it? Really?
I think there's probably a good argument for having a conversation with a guy like me at the point of purchase. So I do a lot of this. I don't just do, I'll service your bike and hand it back to you. A lot of what I do is consultancy, advice, because I see a lot of people buy maybe not the right bike for them at the time. And certainly I see a lot of people like, this one's really important, buy the right size. Sizing is everything, and it's unbelievable. It's not like shoes.
Yeah.
You're a size 9.
Yeah.
So you can wander into Clark's, or you can go and wander into Camp Options, or you can go to Sports Direct, and you can be ballpark, buying the right. Yeah. Bikes are a nightmare size-wise. Yeah. So I definitely think that one of the things that I like to offer is a bit of buying advice. The other thing I do quite a lot is say to people, go and buy that from that mail order place, get it in a box.
Yeah.
Bring it to me. Yeah. We'll build it together. Yeah. You can have an hour with me in my workshop. We'll assemble it. We'll fit it. We'll pump the tyres up together. We'll set it up right. I'll show you how I'm getting the gears working. We'll get you clipped in and we'll make sure it works. Yeah. So I think that's kind of where I'm at a little bit in terms of that. I like to give that advice to people.
That's that bespoke service though, isn't it?
A little bit.
What do you think? Okay, so saying like buying a bike and assembling it. What do you think of Chinese branded frames, components and stuff like AliExpress vibes? Yeah. Are you okay with that?
I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
But that's because I can see a bit behind the curtain in terms of the industry anyway, and I'll make no bones about it. Pretty much 90% of the bikes on the planet are Taiwanese frames anyway. Honestly, there's no great secret to this. Like if you buy any bike, especially carbon stuff, has come from one gigantic factory in Taiwan, which is probably the Giant factory.
Yeah.
Giant also, if you bought a Trek, you bought a Giant.
Yeah.
If you bought a Specialized, you bought a Merida. Nearly all of them come through the same. So ultimately, all those companies are doing is going, I tell you what, these frames that we're making this week, we're not going to spray the word Giant on the side. So you need to know a little bit about what you're getting into with it.
Yeah.
Again, I love this because this is absolutely in my wheelhouse now. It's like, if you said to me, actually, you know what, I'm thinking about going for one of these Chinese frames, but then I need some wheels and a group set and some fittings for it, and I need someone to build it. I'm like, hello, let's have that conversation. Yeah. Brilliant. Works a treat for me because I'll help you with the purchasing decision. I'll get you a group set. I can order that through Shimano or SRAM. We could look at wheels and tyres and we can do a lovely, and I've done this a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Yeah. I love it. Those frames are great. They're pretty good. Do they have any QC issues? They're just bikes. They're bike-shaped things that come out of boxes.
You're buying a thing that's made out of a carbon mould, aren't you? Yeah. So there's going to be some...
Yeah. So I think there's probably a little bit of almost low-level snobbery about them. I'm not, because I know that actually you could just as easily go and buy another brand that's well-known and it still might break or snap because there was a problem in the mould.
Yeah.
So
some of them aren't finished amazingly, are they? No. You believe. What's that guy, Hambini?
Oh yeah,
you watch his videos.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
bike in half.
He's a bit of a.
But is it? What do you think of that sort of thing? Like the YouTube, Instagram sort of like people.
Hambini is an interesting character. So firstly, he's lucky he's not basically wearing about 15 extremely expensive lawsuits. He must have a really good lawyer.
Yeah,
he's quite opinionated and reactionary about things. I quite like watching his stuff because
I love watching him. Yeah,
yeah. Some of these YouTube channels are really, really good. They're all basically saying much the same thing, though, which is that, you know, they'll tell you that actually that bike that everyone loves isn't that good because look at these problems with it and blah, 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 blah. You know,
it's good for transparency, isn't it, for the consumer?
Yeah.
Because you'll learn a lot.
It is. But I would temper that with I fix bikes all day long.
Yeah.
And actually, you know what? They're all about as good as each other. They've all got QC issues. They're all just bike-shaped things. I see a very low rate of failure, if I'm honest with you. I very rarely see something come through the door where I go, Jesus, that's a shocker. Most bikes are just made to a reasonable standard. So
a lot of it's probably user error as well, isn't it? Like over-torqued bolts and...
The people that I suppose I have to have the most crucial conversations with, if you like, are people where, in the most well-meaning way, they've had a go at it themselves. Yeah. And they've done a bit of servicing themselves. I've done this, but I just need you to do this job. And I'm always very sort of amenable with people, and I guess for the most part, sometimes that's a question of then having that conversation and going, okay, just to make you aware, it's good that you've had a go, but maybe next time come and do it with me, or actually look, this is not how you should be doing that. And so the best customers are the people who go, I love my bike, can I have it serviced please? Or I love my bike, does it fit me? Or I love my bike, but I want to buy a new one. Can you talk to me about that?
It's the experts, though, really, isn't it?
It is a relationship thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. If someone said to me, what do I offer that a bike shop, it's a different thing. Okay, so there's no two ways about it. I've got a really good symbiotic relationship with the bike shops around here because I don't sell bikes and I won't be doing. That's not where I'm at. So I need places like Halfords and Evans and the online retailers like Cube and Canyon and that. I need them to be selling bikes. Great. And I can help people with that purchasing process. What's my role is it's to have more of a relationship with you.
Yeah.
You take your bike into somewhere like, and I am going to name it, you take your bike into Halfords, you don't know who did it, you don't know what they did, and then you come and you pick it up from the desk and the lady hits you with the bill and you walk away with it. It's transactional.
Yeah.
You never got to even have a chat. You come to me, there's only me. It's like you with hair. People book their appointment with you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's you that's cutting their hair.
Yeah.
And then you talk them through what you did.
Yeah.
And then they go away. And if they're happy or not, it's you that they dealt with. And you took the time to do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like what I really like is it is advice and consultancy. Yeah, I'll service it.
You kind of grow your little relationship together as well. Yeah. You know.
Perfect example. I've got a customer called Neil, lives out the back of Andover, and he's only in the country for about 2 months of the year.
Right.
With his Mason gravel bike, and the rest of the time that bike is riding across Nicaragua, or it's riding across the top of Russia, or he's going around China on it. And it is just one of the bikes I love the most because every time it comes back with a few more battle scars, comes back for a rebuild, it's been through South America or Indonesia or something, and we look at it and he's like, actually, I want to change a bit of this, I want to change a bit of that. And that's brilliant because that's that relationship.
Yeah.
He's great. And that's what I like.
Well, you're part of the story, man, aren't you? I mean, it's really cool. I mean, like we touched on the YouTube thing there, like about people like Hambini and then some of the other guys now. And I know that you delved a little bit into the YouTube realm in the past. You've done with David Arthur, haven't you? That's
right, yeah.
So, you can find those videos online still.
Yeah, if you go online and, I mean, I'm cross-promoting somebody else's brand here, but nearly all of the videos I made with him are on his channel.
Okay.
And this is something I will get back to in the future under my own steam. So watch this space.
Just Ride Bikes, isn't it?
Yeah, so his channel is called Just Ride Bikes. And interestingly enough, he's probably got like hundreds and hundreds of videos on there. But do you know what? I think I spoke to him the other week, and his most watched video,
I think I know what this is
one of me and him showing you how to change an inner tube.
I was going to say,
it's unbelievable. It's got millions of views because it's just me describing how to change an inner tube, and it's like it's up in the millions. Because
Jim, honestly, mate, I changed the tire on my bike, tube on my bike the other day, and I was stood outside my garage, and I went, "This is the Jim method."
Yeah,
like, the space saver.
Yeah.
It's like that tire. I've had trouble with for years,
and you did the thing. Yeah.
Straight on, mate.
Well, mate, I take pride in that.
Honestly. And I told someone about it the other day. They were asking me about the podcast, and I said about Jim, and I said, I need to ask him about this video about the tyre, because
it galls me a bit, actually, because actually it's probably making him a boatload of money, and it's one of my... it's fine. It doesn't matter, because effectively...
Come on, David.
At some point, I'll get into doing that stuff.
Well, make your own video.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this is the actual one.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, I really enjoyed filming those things, and there's quite a few on there actually. People should go and look them up.
But there's loads of them. Like the hobbyist mechanic. You need to be able to save. You need to be able to put a tyre on.
You should do.
Or change an inner tube.
Although, if you're talking about essential skills for people now to do with bikes, I would probably argue that the things that should be in your hands are, you should be able to fix a puncture. Although that game's changed because 50% of the bikes are tubeless now, so you need to know what to do. Same problem, different solution.
Yeah.
So you need to do that. You absolutely 100% need to know how to wash and clean and dry your own bike, because that is like the apple a day with the dentist thing. That keeps me away a little bit because a lot of the servicing costs I see with bikes are to do with the fact that you just should have washed that a bit more and at the right time, the right way. So you need to know those things, probably how to keep the bike lubricated.
Yeah.
And then just the basic things like what tyre pressure should I be running at. And then I feel a bit like if you've got that stuff, most of the things beyond that are what you should really, and this isn't me pitching for money, but just about everything beyond that is where you should then...
Well, I think that's general maintenance, isn't it? You can maintain your bike through to the next service if you... For longer, probably.
Yeah.
If you could pick 3 tools...
Right. To have...
As a mechanic.
For your bike?
Yeah. What would your favourite 3 bike tools be?
So the first one is a really, really, really good quality track pump with a gauge on it, so that you've got control over your own tyre pressures, because tyre pressures are everything.
Yeah.
But against that, the godsend now is, have you seen these little micro pumps? That, they're little... Just get one. They're brilliant. They are an absolute game changer. But a good quality floor track pump, spend a good amount of money on, because you'll use it for the rest of your life. That's the first thing. Second thing is a good quality set of Allen keys. You're always going to need those.
Allen keys.
Not a multi-tool, an actual proper set of hex keys, good quality ones with square ends on, that you've bought from a decent park tool or something like that, because you're always going to need those, because you should be bolt checking your own bike. You're going to find that you use a 4 and a 5mm for nearly every task on a bike, but you should always be maintaining your own bolt torque. And then really the last one has got to be a good set of tyre levers, because at some point you're going to have to get them tyres off the rim. But again, we're moving into the new age, so that probably also goes with a good quality tubeless repair kit, because at some point you're going to be tubeless. So in your saddlebag, what essentials do you need, regardless of whether you're riding around on a flat bar hybrid or your shopping bike or your crazy this, that, the other TT bike, whatever else? What are you going to have? If you're still tubed, the correct type of inner tube for your bike, and carry 2 of them, because there's nothing worse than trying to patch a tube up at the side of the road. Just put another tube in. Yeah, so always carry a couple of tubes that are the right size with the right valve lengths. That's the one that catches people out. Get one of them little motorised mini pumps that everyone's got now. They're great. They're about 30 or 40 quid, and you just literally, you turn the thing on, you get 4 shots out of it, you tell him what PSI you want, you sit there and he goes, and just pumps your bike tire up. They're just brilliant. So get one of those. Get a multi-tool as well, with some decent quality sort of attachments to it. And the other one I always say to people is always, always, always ride with backlights. It's an interesting one, this, because people think lights are kind of optional and front lights are. You only really need front lights to either be seen or see by, but most people don't ride in the dark. One thing I always say to people is get a couple of cat eye lights, a couple of equivalent USB rechargeable, really bright flashing red lights. One on the back of your bike on the seat post, and one on the back of your helmet.
Back of your helmet's good.
Back of the helmet's a real cracker, because it puts it right up in the eye line of the drivers. People can't miss it. And don't be afraid of always having them turned on. Look at the riders in London.
Yeah.
A sunny day in Hyde Park in August, people have got a million lights on because they just want to be seen.
Yeah.
Put plenty of lights on the back.
Yeah.
Because it's not about being flashing red lights on the back and not about only being seen at night.
Yeah.
Don't give a bad driver an excuse to blame you for the fact that they didn't see you, even though they should have done. Backlights are one of those things I say to people is just always have them on.
Well, it's just due diligence.
But that's it. That's ultimately that thing is on that day where you end up in a row with a driver.
Yeah.
You want that row to fall on your side, and you want to be able to say, well, actually, mate, I was well lit.
Yeah.
You know, and I suppose what's the other thing to carry in your kit bag is a bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
The bare minimum is understanding how to fix a puncture at the roadside.
Yeah.
Is it whether it's tubeless, which is like, okay, I'm going to stab a bandage into the tyre while it's bleeding, or an inner tube, which is okay.
You can practice this stuff at home as well.
You totally can.
You know.
Yeah. If only there was a really handy YouTube video about it somewhere.
Link in the description.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the things that are kind of what you should carry, I guess.
Yeah.
So I do regular events. The next pop-up event is on, I think it's Sunday, the 21st of June. I will be at the back in the Sun Terrace, if you like, at the back of Pineapple Cafe in Newbury. So it's a bit of a hi to Debbie, who runs that, because she allows me to go there on a Sunday and I run these free clinics. Mm-hmm. So I turn up with a mobile workshop.
Yeah.
And I do exactly what I talked about earlier. Yeah. You come with your bike. There's no charge. I'll talk to you about your bike. I'll do some little fixes. Yeah. We'll go through what I do. I'll see if I can help you. And normally at those, I get a really good turnout. I get 60 or 70 people all kind of there, all show up with their bikes. Yeah. A lot of them are from Newbury Velo, which is the local club. Yep. Another shout out to them. But that's sort of the next time that you can see me, and I'll be there with some music playing. Mm-hmm. There'll be coffee, and I'll be doing free fixes, bits of advice, bit of bike-related chat. Fire service is my passion. I'm just approaching 23 years in the service. I'm based up the road at Newbury Fire Station with Red Watch there. The best thing about it really is I think I probably enjoy jobs that involve helping people. People ask me about it all the time, and I think that in their head they have an image based on, is it like Fireman Sam or is it like London's Burning and all this kind of stuff.